I didn't want this show to be the social justice show. I didn't want this show to be the show with the true crime show hosted by a Black person, right? I wanted it to fit firmly within the true crime genre, but to be unique, just sort of like because it was. I feel like a lot of those things that you're kind of referencing, kind of calling out these systems or calling out the ways that maybe the police, repeatedly messes up. These are the kinds of conversations I was having with my friends. These are the sort of things that I was thinking about. This is maybe informed by my own experience navigating the criminal legal process.
What is your road to podcasting?
For me, it was pretty untraditional. I have been a wedding and portrait photographer for many years, and that's kind of what I was doing in 2020 or when the pandemic hit. Obviously, not a lot of events going on being a wedding photographer, so there was a lot more downtime. Being self-employed, I was like, okay, let me start making a plan for retirement, figure out how I'm going to kind of like put money aside. So I started working with this financial advisor, and then come to find out a few months later, I'd find out towards the end of 2020 that he was actually defrauding all of his investor clients. So he stole all of the money I had invested with him, as well as all the money that, his other clients had invested with him. It ended up being over $2 million. So that was obviously a really sort of shocking thing to have happen, and I didn't really know what to do in the aftermath of that. And I found myself just spending a lot of time, honestly, just like sitting around my house, listening to true crime podcasts, doing puzzles, and just like not really trying to think about the fact that this had just happened, while kind of like also trying to navigate the criminal legal system, because now the FBI was completed their investigation on him and charges were being pressed. As I was listening to all this true crime, I was like constantly pausing it and complaining to my husband, like, I feel like these stories, obviously I was like addicted to them in some sense because I kept listening to them, but I just felt like there was so much missing. Like, they weren't really talking about race or gender or sexuality or how those things play into crime. Why is it that people commit crimes? How do we actually stop these things from happening in the future?